Now we would like to have a closing remark from Commissioner Mori of JPO. Commissioner Mori, floor is yours.
Thank you, Kurakura-san, for the good moderator. Thank you very much. And first of all, I would like to thank all of those involved in holding today's symposium, including the speakers. I believe that meaningful discussions were made among industries, the IP offices, and WIPO on the possibility of utilizing intellectual property rights towards the development and dissemination of carbon neutral technology. Now, I would like to recap this symposium. First, from Japan, Mr. Izumo, founder and president of Ugrena, presented on the topic of a unique biojet fuel development project using a microorganism called Ugrena. It was very impressive to hear that Ugrena is making good use of the patent system to carry out such project from the start. Venture companies like Ugrena has unlimited potential in bringing new technologies to the world. Maximizing the vitality of such companies is an important role of the IP system. This must be the key to achieving carbon neutrality. Then from Europe, Dr. Schuster, CTO of Orkan Energy, presented a power generation system that utilizes the energy of unused industrial waste heat sources in companies in various industrial fields. I found it very interesting that Orkan Energy, like Ugrena, shares the same future, being a university-launched startup venture. We believe that Orkan Energy's story of how they used their IP to successfully expand internationally has provided us with some very important insights. This story is so important because carbon neutrality is an issue that must be tackled on a global scale. From the US, Mr. Katsaros, CEO of Nokero, presented an episode of developing a low-cost, environmentally friendly, high-efficiency solar-powered LED to improve the lifestyles of the world's undeveloped populations who still live without access to electricity and rely on traditional kerosene lamps. In this topic, we heard about Nokero's successful use of international IP frameworks, such as the Patent Cooperation Treaty. I believe that we, the IP offices, have learned an important lesson that we must not only develop our own domestic system, but also cooperate with each other across borders. The panel discussed, moderated by Dr. Kuwakua, ADG of WIPO, featured knowledge and insights in line with today's theme. Thank you, Edward-san. From industries, Mr. Beku Tomonori of JPO, and Mr. Jack Barber of BE, and Mr. Philip Petty of APRA, and Mr. Sang-Yang Brody of IPO participated in the discussions. From the Trilateral offices, Dr. Yan Menier of the EPO and Dr. Andrew Toole of the USPTO, and my colleague, Mr. Fukuda Satoshi of the JPO also joined it. Various perspectives were presented, and I believe everyone agreed that IP plays an essential role in solving environmental issues. As mentioned above, through today's symposium, we were able to reaffirm that the IP system is contributing to achieving carbon neutrality. This is exactly what we, the Trilateral offices, want. I always keep my eyes on the activities by the USPTO and the EPO. As for the USPTO, on March the 8th, International Women's Day, under the leadership of the USPTO, a message was issued jointly by 20 IP offices and organizations, including the JPO and the EPO and WIPO. The message suggests that contributing of women are critical in creating new technologies for mitigating the impact of climate change. And the EPO is disseminating a lot of information on the unitary patent system and the JPO is paying a great deal of attention to it. The regime is expected to enter into force in the near future, and I believe that this will improve convenience for many users. Thus, with the trilateral offices, we'll continue to work closely with WIPO and other IP offices to think about how IP offices can contribute to the IP aspects of the environmental issues, which is very important problem common to all humankind. We believe that this will promote the development and diffusion of carbon neutral technologies and contribute to the realization of carbon neutral society. Once again, I'd like to extend my appreciation to all members of the audience, speakers, and those involved for joining that Trilateral Symposium on IP and environmental issues. Thank you very much. Et au revoir. Thank you very much, and good night. Thank you very much.
With this, we would like to conclude today's symposium. Thank you very much for staying with us till the end of the program. This is the end of the translation. Thank you very much.